Hi, I'm Zainab, and this is SupAut, a supporting partner and teaching in an inclusive classroom. So this is our communication bot, which the student queries are automatically answered. You can also see that the student requires for visualizing of a membrane that is also answered, and the student asks questions, and based on the answer of the student, all of those are answered and scored. So this is basically an assistant for the teacher where many questions the student asks can be answered by probably a chatbot. So that's what we are presenting on the right side. And the third feature of support is a dashboard. So while all of these interactions are going on and the skill level are recorded, it's all beautifully presented in the dashboard for the teacher to see at the end of an interaction or at the end of the day, so that the teacher can view the progress of the student. So support is this one whole combination which combines a chatbot, a dashboard, being the perfect assistant and the perfect supporting partner when teaching kids in the Zen education field. So on the left side, you can see a dashboard where this teacher is entering details regarding the questions. So these questions are what the student answers, and the student is graded based on how well they answer. So description model answers are also included, because that in that way the chatbot can easily grade the student. And we can also add different student details, and as students are added, they can communicate with the chatbot. So you can see that this is an easy correspondence way. It's a one-stop LMS where you can view the student's progress, you can see all the grades, you can create an IEP report, as well as you can give questions. So this is probably an easy navigation, sleek design with all the progress charts, and any visual representation of the student's progress is also recorded. Let's go into detail into the demonstration of the application. So on the left side, you have the dashboard in action. On the right side, you have the chatbot in action. The dashboard is basically dealing with only the student, on basically dealing with the teacher, while the chatbot deals with the student. So here you can see the student is asking questions, and based on the questions, the student is graded for that. So here you can see when the student doesn't answer, it automatically asks whether you want help. And when the help is received, the student can answer the question. So the student can either get help in breaking down difficult concepts or even visualizing concepts. So you can see the student asking help about DNA molecule and such details. So all the answers what the students say are recorded on the dashboard, as I also showed. And here you can see each details of the student with their skill level recorded as well. So based on how well they answer, based on the way they ask questions, that's how the skill is recorded. So as you can see, Betty Bain is chatting with the chatbot, and Betty Bain's details are right here, being updated in real time. So you can see once again on the right side, when the student detail is not there in the chatbot, the student has to request from the teacher. So there is a proper authentication, and there is a proper respect to privacy as well. So that basically covers all the student details, the basic details, the functionality of adding questions, seeing the answers that the student has answered, so the teacher can get an overall idea about the entire class status based on each questions. So let's talk about our target market. So our target market is obviously basically SEN educators. We know the amazing work that they do, and they need the help that support can give them to support their work, their amazing work in the field. This is not just for SEN educators. You can also see the amount of help that the chatbot provides in terms of being a help, a form of assistant teaching, grading, and let's be honest, it is a more safe, a less intrusive way of communicating, so the students feel more welcome, more comfortable talking to a chatbot as well. But at the same time, it teaches social skills as well, so that when they go into the classroom, it's a playground to express their skills. Let's talk about our competitors in the market. So we have amazing products to deal when teaching Zen education. We have Cough Drop, which is a chatbot which helps the students learn new things, new concepts, and act as an assistant teacher. And we also have Frontline Education, which is an amazing product, an LMS product, which helps the teachers to maintain the students' record progresses and create IP report. What In what way does support stands out? Yes, you just said it. It's the way in which it combines these two amazing parts: work in correlation, work properly with a proper workflow, bringing these two features together to give an entire one-stop solution for an urban teaching in an inclusive classroom. Once again, our competitive advantages are the distinctness, how distinct our product focuses on specifically autistic kids. Other products out there, they focus on different elements, settings. Our product is very distinct in the purpose that it serves. Um, it's a synthetic product. It combines the best of both worlds of cough drop and frontline education. While the amazing products, support combines the goodness of both the products. It is minimalistic. It does not have very complex tasks. It is easy to navigate, therefore making it easy to navigate because it has its purposes and it fulfills it with its own functionality right to where it's supposed to do. Let's talk about the technologies that help bring support to life. Obviously, we have an amazing front end to make the dashboard work flawlessly, different libraries to help that. We have the chatbot, all thanks to Twilio, making the chatbot possible in the way that it brings a conversation flow with a seamless flow between the front end and the back end. Obviously, to host everything to work, the magic behind the entire application it goes to Firebase. The dashboard that you see running right on the servers is powered by Firebase with all the details of the student, the progress, and the questions and the teacher details, all the details saved in Firebase with privacy consideration, authentication taken into consideration. We know about ChatGPT. Well, OpenAI has its public API, GPT, which is used to answer student details as well as give visual representation of any doubts a student has using the Dolly Techno API. We also have Sentinel API, which is amazing in the way that it scores the students' details. So we've also used this the teacher's model answer, but also to score the skill level of the student, we rely on Sentinel, which is an amazing API which focuses on personality, skill level, evaluation, and bringing all of that together. We have Sentinel to provide the evaluation and the progress to score the progress. We have GitHub, which combines this entire workflow, help us work as a team together to bring support into life. So let's talk about the app architecture. So we have the student which deals with the chatbot side, and we have the dashboard which deals with the teacher who deals with the dashboard. So the teacher can ask questions, add questions into the dashboard, and after that, when when the student interacts with the chatbot, the student uses the question that the teacher added into the dashboard as the questions of the assignments assigned for the specific student of the specific grade. So as the student answers those questions, those answers are recorded and evaluated all by Twilio and API and the dashboard and displayed on the dashboard so the teacher can see the progress of the student and get a visual representation of the student's progress evaluation. At the same time, the student can have an interactive conversation with the chatbot where the student's queries, any doubts, any help, and all of those details are also recorded so that the teacher can view and overall get an overall idea of the student's progress. So this all works together perfectly in unison in a proper organization. Thank you so much for taking our time to listening to our product. If you are a developer or a manager or someone who would like to request for features, you can go to our GitHub repository link, github.com/support, where you can see our two repository, the chatbot and the dashboard, where you can request for features in either one. As you can see, we have an extensive documentation of how the product works. You can create issues, you can look into fixing those issues, you can see how to set up the project and working forward. Or if you just like to see how the entire system works underneath, feel free to go into our GitHub repository and see all the work we've done. Thank you so much for your time, and we hope you enjoy this product. Have a great day. Goodbye.